It's still super hot over here. It's still a record hot because we're doing this the exact same day. What do I fucking mean by that? None of your goddamn business, you understand? Anywho, we're going to be talking about kidnapping. Apparently, I was a liar, even though it should be someone who really should be dead. We forgot someone who really should be dead. And now we get to go back to a split narrative. Welcome to the penultimate episode of Cloak Dagger, Season 2, Episode 9, The Blue Note. What is a Blue Note? Well, now that you've waited a whole week for me to tell you this, Devin, let me tell you. A blue note is an extremely expertly known high note that's supposed to be the elevating point in jazz music from a trumpeter, a trumpeter in and of itself, I should say, to where when you hit it, it's supposed to be a transcendent sound for the band. When you hit it and hold the note, it's like having Mariah Carey or Christina Aguilera hit that extremely potent high note, the note that's only meant for God-tier musician, which in this case is meant to basically paint into godhood in and of itself. And how does this translate to our episode? Well, we will tell you. First and foremost, it is focused around a few different points about Andre, where we have the dumbest fucking thing focusing on a time jump backwards, where instead of using years, we're using months.
Yeah, what is up with that, dude? We just say it's 8 years or whatever.
We literally start the episode saying 96 months ago. That's 8 years. Just say 8 years ago. And it's all about Andre like, hey, I want to be a god because I'm about to hit a blue note. No one gives a fuck. What about the audience? Fuck the audience. Well, what about the band? Fuck you. So he hits the blue note and that's how he gets some fucking migraines. Allegedly. It's supposed to be a whole big thing to where you also see in the background for his whole stuff that there is graffiti in the background. That's supposed to be a broken message of stuff to distort over his mind, over his past. It's supposed to be symbolic, but it doesn't fucking matter. Because we then jump from 96 months ago to 92 months ago. Just say 7 years, 8 months. How is that so fucking difficult? I digress. We then also get into a thing where this episode starts off with a disclaimer about how it talks about people wanting to cancel their Life magazine subscriptions. And Andre talked about how he was trying to take a watery nap. He just wanted to take a watery nap in nature's bathtub. Anywho, when Roxanne's rig blew up, 7 years and 8 months ago, apparently, it's great to finally know how long the time has been. Where he slips and falls right when the rig explodes, but instead of being hit with the light force, which would have made him much more deadlier, he got hit with the dark force, which then turned him into despair. How is it spelled? Don't worry about it, bro. So that's his whole villain origin story, because he gets a migraine trying to play a super high note when his head can't take it. Probably got extremely violent chronic migraines with tinnitus as a weird combination. Probably should have just taken light duty to do something else with his life. But no, he decided, I'm going to cancel my Life magazine subscription and get superpowers. And so that's how we also find out he met Leah, because Leah was a nurse. And then he decided to screw with her mind, which is, of course, a metaphor for him being a pimp that sexually assaulted his bottom bitch to then just coerce her mind, using trauma and abuse to make her his hoe. And that's how we got Leah into the scrape of things. Because she's a prostitute being manipulated by someone with chronic pain. It's a weird thing. But I'm still not over the fact we only found out about this stuff using months instead of years. But also, I don't give a fuck about Leah. Leah made her choice after the end of it, because you could see that she had ample time to do other things. She had ample time to do a bunch of stuff. And I know people gonna be in the comments like, well, I mean, she was still with her abuser, so it would be hard to do da-da-da-da-da. Look, listen. I'm a person that understands being stuck with your abuser. I'm not telling no stories, but I know what it's like being stuck with your abuser. I hear all of those things, but that's me trying to put real world logic to a fictional medium where you could yell at the TV, you can yell at a program, you can't yell at people for real life problems and trauma. We gotta separate the stuff to understand media literacy better. I can yell at Leah, but I respect what the actress is doing. So for anyone in the comments just being like, oh, you're so mean to a fictional character, you need fucking help. But I digress. We just automatically covered the whole big backstory for Despair. But what about the episode itself? Well, we now gotta figure out where the fuck is Andre. And we're finally able to do that one thing, Shan, we haven't done in a long time. The Light Force narrative and the Dark Force narrative. But not before we set up today's plot, where it's all about Tandy and Tyrone trying to find out, where is Andre Duchesne? Where is he hiding? Who's he trying to do all the stuff with the supplying? And how is he trying to get all of these women to apparently be his captive audience? Which also kind of goes into a whole big thing about how Melissa Bowen might be alive, which still doesn't make a lot of sense. When you look at the context clues from the last episode, she should be dead. Because alcohol, medication, although yeah, food would be dissolvent of it, that's still alcohol and drugs infused in someone's bloodstream. I don't see someone being okay after this. But okay. So let's of course go into the Light Force.
Yeah, so we're basically at the church, and Tandy tells Ty that they obviously need to split up to go look for Andre. Cuckoo. They do that. You know, Tandy calls her mom and leaves a little voice message because, you know, she's concerned and she feels bad. Anyway, so as she's leaving a voicemail, who does she run into but Mayhem herself? Or Bridget. Whoever the fuck it was, Mayhem. She ends up getting into the car with her because she says, get in, I have a lead. To then where that lead ends up leading them to Leah's body. I don't think we mentioned last episode about Leah in the slightest, but she may be dead, she may be alive. I don't really fucking know. Well, somehow Tandy manages to tell her that she's one of the victims, so she has to like come with us type deal. It's because Tandy wants to see if she can look into her hopes, to see if she can find a lead about where the hell Andre is. Because she is potentially dead and or alive, when she tries to go inside her,
Pause.
to see about her getting her hopes and stuff, literally all she sees is like some door and pure blackness and static, which is obviously different than what we've seen from Tandy before. She comes back, she tells Mayhem, she calls Ty, and then Ty is doing all of his shenanigans.
Wow. Running away from bullets.
Oh, right, that's me. So, Tyrone, throughout the whole focus for his plot, is trying to go for the streets, go through the corners, which means trying to talk to the gangs, but he needs an inside man. So he has to hook himself up with a guy that we saw several episodes ago by the name of Solomon, who was there to help save his mom when he went to visit his mom, but then he was, you know, being chased by the gangs, which also led to the cops trying to chase after him. Whole big thing. You need to watch our older episodes for that one. Anywho, while they're trying to do this whole big thing, he checks in on his mom, where he finds out, Mom, hey, I'm calling to see how you doing. How's Connors? Huh? Oh, he fine. He fine, honey. He fine. Really? Really? Yeah. I gotta do some stuff with the fireplace, cause it's a little chilly right now. It's a chilly day. Sure, Ma. Sure. you saying? He doing some stuff. Oh, we filling in the blanks, son. We filling in the blanks. Oh, word? Okay. Okay, I hears you. I hears you. I'ma call you later, ma. Okay, I love you, baby. I love you too, ma. I love you too. My mom is a murderer. Okay, gotta focus on my job. My mom didn't kill somebody. This is not what I had on my bingo card list. So he then finally talks to Solomon because he went to a cafe. Lenny's Cafe, an actual cafe in New Orleans. Check it out. And then we finally get this whole thing where I was just grin giggly happy because Shan finally saw the exact thing I was talking about last episode about them tying this show into Netflix's Defenders series. Because they were talking about an event in season 1 of Luke Cage of the Harlem Rumble. What's the Harlem Rumble? Wait till we finally do Luke Cage Weekly. It's gonna be a whole fun time. And Shan, in the middle of us watching, is like, that's a long fucking time from now. I want to see it now. We gotta do this in sequence, Shan. We've been over this.
I don't think I said that, sir. But keep playing.
I'm pretty sure you're like, that's a long ways away. That don't take too long.
I did say that was going to take too long. I did not say I needed to watch it right this moment. I know the lineup, sir.
Anywho, I'm grin giggly happy because, again, this went into a whole big theory that many fans, including myself, was going into about how Freeform and Netflix are going to make a whole big deal about a big crossover event of these IPs. We didn't get it, but we almost had it. Thanks, Kevin. Anywho, aside from just hinting at stuff to make people be like, hey, check out Netflix and look at Luke Cage season 1. Before we talk about the religious side of stuff in season 2, that Disney decided to erase a lot of those big things, even though it's an integral part about Luke Cage's backstory with his dad. More on that later. So anyway, they try to do a little bit of a heart-to-heart about what he could possibly do for him. The kid that Ty is talking to, because he owes him a favor a little bit. But the kid named Solomon is just like, I don't think I could really help you, dog, because they want to kill you. Ty's like, I know. Set up a meeting between these two gangs, these two focal gangs. What they names don't fucking matter. It don't fucking matter. They just two gangs that Tyrone's been pissing off all season long. If you want to know the names, watch the show like we usually do. It's usually recommended that you watch the episode before you see the next episode that we do. It's only fair. So after that, he gets a text just like, hold up, it's my bae. Let's see, tied up a woman at the church. Need you to help me get inside her. Pause. What? I gotta go. My girl's texting me some crazy shit. But set up the meeting though. Wait, you and your girl gonna go inside a woman? Pause. It's not like that. We just gonna be diving inside her real deep. Huh? Pause. Did not mean that. I gotta go.
You gotta go.
And so he ends up at the church where he and Tandy go inside Leah. Pause. And so they end up finding out the whole stuff I just talked about how Andre recruited Leah. Only to then also add that Leah has parents that wanted her to ascend from where she was because she was an accomplished cellist, I believe. An accomplished cellist. An accomplished cellist. That's the focus we doing. Mom and Dad wanted you to be a famous person in a concert hall or a symphony at, I'm assuming, a very young age, and that's like you still became a nurse. You were literally a nursing student. Your parents must have been proud of you. And you following Andre because he dug into your head with his whole thing and then played music to make you feel oh god. It's like, oh, you didn't become a cellist, but you're becoming a nurse. That's a step closer to being a doctor. I'm proud of you. No one would have been mad, but I digress. I just don't give a fuck about Leah. And then we find out that Andre Duchesne, aka Despair, is just still using his powers in the hopes of being like, hey, you can't hurt me. I'm inside this woman. Pause. What? What? Anyway, as long as I'm inside her, pause. Rephrase that. No. Anyway, while I'm doing this, you can't hurt me. This is the weirdest conversation we've ever had with a villain, Tandy. Ty, this is not the time to dissect. I'm just saying, all three of us are inside this woman. Pause. Don't say it like that. But we are, though. Ty, you please stop making this weird. But Tandy, we are, though. So then everyone pulls out Aaliyah. Pause. To then have to do the whole thing of, we still gotta find Andre. Then go back to the split narrative.
So, once again, in, good fashion, they split up again. Tyrone gets a phone call from this gang kid saying that he has a lead of where you can find, his location. He dips. Meanwhile, Tandy is now left with Mayhem because he did not want Mayhem to go with him. Can't say as I blame him. And she basically tells Candy to kill the woman. And Tandy's like, nah, I can't do that. She's a victim just as much as I am now. And to where she basically, in my terms, called her weak, tried to kill her herself. And it ended up into a massive catfight between Mayhem and Tandy. Because Mayhem's like, let's kill her. And Tandy's like, I'll think about it. Tandy ended up winning because Mayhem's like, this is your loss. If she goes crazy and shit, it's on you, not on me. And then dips. To then, Tandy's like, you know what? Bet. I'm going to bring her to the hospital to go get some help. Make sure she's alright. Then we jump back to Tyrone.
Yeah, so with the Tyrone narrative, here's the whole skinny. In Ty's narrative, after getting the phone call, Mayhem wants to go because she's just like, hey, I could kill people. Ty's like, fuck you, no. And then dips, where he ends up first going to meet one of the gangs, where they try to shoot him. You can probably assume how that goes. So anyway, he takes the leader, basically kidnaps a grown-ass man, and then goes to the other gang, where he takes the other gang member somewhere. I mean, he already saw a bunch of people die and then move on. He probably killed those people. We never see them again. So I'm assuming that Tyrone killed those people. I'm not putting it past him. My man already got his thug card. He ruthless this season. Let me tell you what. It's just a shame that he and Tandy are strategists in Marvel Rivals. I'm just saying. So after he just kidnaps two grown men, he's just like, you know who I am? Then one gang leader's like, yeah, you a bitch. One teleport later, you know who I am? Yeah, I know. I heard. I'm sorry, I didn't recognize your game. And so he then has these two grown men scared shitless as he's talking to them. But they start to get a little bit more like, oh, let me put some more gusto. Let me say it with my chest. And then when they start trying to talk all buff, he has just like, shit, sometimes you gotta lower your tone. Then just teleports one of them. I'm assuming he drops them off of a high building, waits till they're done screaming and shitting themselves, teleports them back, and then he's still talking his shit about how I don't care about your profits. I just care that you sell to people that shouldn't have to take drugs. I don't care what your clientele basis is. I'm not trying to fix Nolans no more. What I am trying to do, though, is keep my city safe. I'm trying to just do the bare minimum where I'm controlling the crime element to a very stable degree. But I would rather kill every one of you if you sell to people who are having the worst days of their life and selling to pimps, to drug traffickers, to all these crooked ass cops. And if you step out of line, we gonna have a problem. To where, for the penultimate time, and I think Shan can finally agree with me, if Tyrone could be a villain, Cloak would be the one villain in Marvel that I doubt anyone could touch. Sentry,
100%.
Sentry and Void against Cloak. Sentry ain't seeing shit. Void is not leaving the Dark Force. Cloak versus Hulk. Hulk got so many fucking fears inside of him, he'd probably just kill himself and Bruce Banner to get away from Cloak. Cloak versus Captain America. Man got so many fears inside of him, he would probably just shrivel up and cry in the fucking corner. Put your best people against Cloak at his peak, at his prime. I doubt you'd see anyone actually win. That is how dangerous Cloak would be in the hands of the best writer who understands his powers to the umpteenth degree in a what-if story. I tell you this as an overall money-making promise right here. I'm leaving it right here for you. If you don't do something with it, I will literally give it to Marvel myself to be a writer for it and make buku money. Don't believe me? I'll fucking do it. Anyway, since Tyrone talked his shit, he then was like, I'm gonna need one last thing from you dumb motherfuckers. I need a location for one of your buyers. Which then leads him to find out where Andre might be, which he then teleports to meet up with Tandy, where Tandy's like, God damn it, Tyrone. I like it when you sneak up on me from behind, but god damn it, we in public. Don't scare me like that.
My God.
What? Huh? What? Huh? Anyway, why you here? I gotta leave. You wanna explain what you mean by that? Mean by what? Huh? What? Huh? What? Anyway, let's go. Nah, we gonna talk about this later, though. Talk about what? Huh? What? Huh? What? Huh?
Exactly.
Anyway.
So basically, they poof out of the hospital real fast because someone's coming, you know. And they talk about where he found out where the potential location was for Andre. So they did. They're like, we out, bitch. Where they end up going to this performance hall building thing where there's like a stage, you know, you can perform, you know, like he did about 96 months ago. And,
don't you dare do that ever again.
Anyway. So, there's just a bunch of random people playing, you know, instruments and jazz music. And Tandy's like, Tyrone, I think you got played. I don't think we're at the right place. And he's like, no, this is it. And she's like, I don't think so. So she leaves. And while they're kind of like talking outside, they notice that, yeah, they're definitely at the wrong location. They're at a similar location.
Because it was made in honor of the original place that apparently got burnt down. How did it get burned down? Insurance money. Anyway, so where's the original location? It's burnt out locale, which I still think insurance money. So apparently they finally show up there, and this is still the part that me and Shannon are just like, how the fuck is this possible? Because Tandy's mom is still there. She's hypnotized by the sound of Andre's trumpet. That's not a euphemism, I swear. And it's like, okay, but how you alive though? Like, I know.
Shouldn't you be dead, woman?
Yeah, because I know we live in a universe where superpowered people exist, but how you alive though? Like, we see people die from drug overdoses, from chemicals, from the most mundane shit. How you alive though? It make no sense. Anyway, why are they at a burned out place that was burnt down for insurance money? Tax evasion. I'm kidding. No, Andre is just like, if I hit this blue note, I become a god. Which canonically is not wrong. He becomes a fear lord in the comics. What's a fear lord? Don't worry about it. Marvel has so many gods. Fucking Yondu, Yatu, whatever Big Head Baby wants to call himself. Big Head Baby just like, we got so many gods up in this bitch, y'all. It's like a bargain sale over at JC Penney's or at TJ Maxx. We got guys here, guys there, whatever. Just got guys on the brains. So afterwards, they just like, we gotta help these people, but we too late. So Tandy, I need you to stab me. Tyrone, what the fuck you mean by that? That's a hate crime. No, woman, throw a dagger at me. Again, that's a hate crime. Woman, I'm trying to say I'm going to teleport to do this whole big thing, and you trying to make it a racial thing. Well, I mean, we've been kind of doing racist things all for the last 2 seasons. I'm trying to just be a little, woman, just throw the damn dagger at me. So she finally throws the dagger at him. And then he teleports to then have Andre get stabbed from behind, pause, by Tandy's dagger. It's not what you think. And then it's like, oh, maybe we won. Guys, it's the penultimate episode. Nobody wins that easily.
That's like an Infinity War when Gamora stops Thanos in front of the Collector, and you think he's dead. Bitch, we're like 30 minutes in this movie. You think he's dead? Nah, bitch.
Like, come on, y'all. You've never seen anything with suspense in your life, then, have you? No, apparently Andre's thing is a success, even though he didn't hit the full note. Don't worry about it, y'all. It kind of makes no sense when you really think about it. Like, he didn't finish the set to hold the note proper, which is allowing him to do such things, but it's enough to make him succeed in his goal, which then transports all of the women physically into the dimension he created, so they're his captive audience forever, and he's now a god, aka a fear lord. But again, when you really break it down, it doesn't make sense, because a blue note only works when you sustain the note for a prolonged period of time without interruption. If it's broken midway, then he shouldn't have succeeded, and therefore should have just been stuck intermediately between the forces to become something different. But they reward him to become a god in the weirdest way. Keep note of this, though, because I'm not bullshitting you guys about this whole stuff. But that is the penultimate episode of Cloak and Dagger, where, I gotta say, from the growth process of where we started in-universe 8 months ago to where we are currently in the story, Tandy and Tyrone are definitely in 2 different spectrums far beyond where they started, with Tandy being a broken, very lost white lady in society, sorrows and prayers, and then Tyrone going from this kind of privileged kid with a chip on his shoulder to now just being basically his own independent man that has seen the world for what it is, but has a righteous heart to really be a hero, where in most situations he should have been a supervillain. And it kind of shows in a lot of different ways how their development makes them better since they didn't have their powers from the start. Like, they've had it sitting within themselves, but they didn't have access until 8 months ago. So it makes their process to become where they're developing as characters feel more earned than this whole 8 years ago we have this, then 7 years and 8 months ago we have that. It allows them to really build on something great, something worthwhile, and I appreciate that. But that's just me, though. What about you, Shan? Because again, this is your first time, and this is the penultimate thought for you to have overall.
Okay. With one episode coming up to the finale, and what I'm about to say, don't get me wrong, I am enjoying the show for the most part. I feel like this episode, I don't want to say it was rushed, because this episode did feel like it took like little to no time at all. But I guess deep down, I think I was kind of expecting more violence and stuff than, almost like a final boss battle 2-parter, not like a setup to a final boss battle, if you know what I mean. I feel like at this moment in time, and I know it's a superhero movie, this is a show, ma'am, anyways, I just feel like, you know how sometimes when you watch something and you expect what's about to happen?
No.
Oh, well, I get that feeling sometimes. Anyway, I feel like there's no end here. Like, it's almost like just roll credits now. We're done. That was the finale. And it's like, wait, what? Like, last episode I had a lot of hopes for, and I really enjoyed. And this episode I just felt like it was kind of flat. I don't know.
I mean,
I'm excited to know what the ending's going to be, though.
to be fair, Shan, you're more used to the more action-eccentric thing that Kevin has kind of drilled into MCU fans over and over again. So it's less about the character focus and the narrative being carried by actually overall dialogue rather than action, which is something I've noticed from you and Laurel and Jay when it comes to how we look at things from the MCU.
I hate a slow burn.
I know you do.
With that being said, though, we have literally one episode left. We've been working on this for many, many months. Because I'm slow, and I'm excited to finish this show.
Where the final episode ever of Cloak and Dagger is called Level Up. Oh, we could have had one more season, but no. No. Thanks, Kevin.
Look, you can beat up Kevin in the boxing ring later.
I want to so bad. I
know
want
you
to
do.
beat the brakes off him in front of everyone. But then everyone's like, but no, they're apparently bringing back Olivia Holt and Aubrey Joseph because they mentioned Roxxon and Wonder Man. Fuck you, they are. I did not see any fucking imagery. I did not see any leaked photos. Don't lie to me. Because we all know they're just going to erase the whole shit. Because of how Kevin wants to redo shit now that he's got, like, buyer's remorse like a motherfucker. Don't lie to me. Bitch. Anyway. I guess I'm just angry. I guess I'm just fed up. And I'm sad. But in the meantime, I want y'all to at least don't go to the wrong jazz club, and 2, don't tell your friends some bullshit like it was 72 months ago. Liam, I will cut your goddamn Achilles tendon and make you crawl home. Shut the fuck up. But it was 72 months ago, and then I met the most beautiful. Just say, all of these years ago. Why 72 motherfucking months, Liam? Because it was 72 months ago. I'm getting the fucking goddamn hacksaw. I am sick of your goddamn shit, Liam. I'm sick of you.